Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to another crypto video. Today we're going to be taking a look at my top 5 meme coins for the 2025 cycle. All these meme coins are very, very low in market cap. And I mean, certainly I've got more than 5 meme coins that I like, but if I were to pick 5 meme coins based off of my strategy investing into very low caps, these would be 5 coins based off of the community, based off of the price action, based off of the current market cap that I would find interest in investing into. 4 of them I've already bought. One of them I'll probably never buy because I feel like I missed it, but I still like the coin and I want to talk about it. Guys, make sure you like the video down below. Also subscribe. And of course, this is not financial advice. The first coin, it is NASDAQ 420. So you can see I've just got a little write up here. I believe it might be 9 months old now. It's either 8 or 9 months old. But Chain, Ethereum, all these coins are on Ethereum. I just like Ethereum coins better. It's nothing against Solana. It's nothing against a layer 2 like Base. I do have a few Base coins as well. But I just find the Ethereum coins have the highest potential to do 100x, 200x, to where you don't really have to worry about doing a trade and the coin losing a ton of its value. There are certainly good coins on Solana, but overall, I would say Ethereum coins are the ones I look at normally. Current market cap is around 3.74 million. So NASDAQ's been performing very well. It's creating higher highs and higher lows within the last 3 months. It reached like a 4-month high recently. So very interesting price action, and it's invalidated like its monthly chart as well. The all-time high is sitting around $15.5 million. That was back in around early January, I want to say, with NASDAQ 420. Reasoning would be the narrative and the community. And, you can say, well, the community is good with a lot of different coins. But, the comparison would be this would be the true beta to SPX 6900. The prediction is around 500 million to a billion. You can never really truly predict a meme coin on how high it's going to go. Obviously, if this narrative takes forth and this does become the ultimate beta to SPX, I do think the coin will do extremely well. But very, very good looking chart. A lot of trading bots with these at lower cap Ethereum coins. So if the chart looks kind of weird, that's likely why. But even the last 3 months, you can see just higher lows, higher highs. Very good recent trading action. Taking a look at the market cap, even just in the past 3 months, it's gone from about 800K to 3.5 million. So it's almost done like a 3x in the past 3 months. And you can see right now it's sitting at around, I guess it's a little bit lower, 3.6 million at this point. And this coin is gaining a lot of momentum. It's a very critical time for it, and there's a chance we might have a little bit of momentum with the alt within the next month before they fall back down in terms of the alt to BTC dominance. There might be a little bit of a chance for a run up. We would love to see NASDAQ really break out within the next month, preferably, although we understand this is a 4 or 5 month thing, maybe even longer when it comes to the timing of this 4-year cycle. Would it be a good time to get in right now? If you're looking at this video, it's tough because you are looking at last 3 months. It's basically at a high. Maybe wait for a little bit of a pullback or retracement. It is possible based off of 2021 and 2017. The data shows the alt to BTC dominance probably still needs to drop another 20% or so before we really have the crazy run of the alts and BTC. We kind of see the money flow go from BTC to the alts after BTC probably hits around 150 or 160K. But you could say, well, you always want to get an initial. You want to get an initial. This is still a very low cap coin. I mean, I know people, a lot of normies that'll invest into meme coins and their first time they're investing into it, the coin's at 85 million, 95 million, 300 million in terms of market cap. This one would be deemed a lot more risky, but a lot higher of a chance to, because imagine only 100x is still 360 million. You would think it's doable. The next coin is 4chan. So this is part of I believe there's 3 stock to meme narrative coins in this, and there's 2 4chan coins. And this is obviously one of the 4chan coins with the ticker 4chan. This coin is relatively old. I think it's around 26 months old now. Or I think it's maybe, I'll say 25 months old. The current market cap is around 1.4 million. The all-time high is 27.5 million. It reached that in 2023, basically right after it released. Reasoning it's the meme birthplace. There is now a category where it shows all the different 4chan coins, the total market cap of 4chan coins on CoinGecko, and this is the ultimate coin. I mean, this is the coin based on 4chan. There's all the coins of the characters within 4chan and the creations within 4chan, but They label themselves as the meme birthplace. When it comes to the prediction of a billion, I mean, it's hard to say a billion. I would probably honestly say maybe 200 million for a coin like this. You can't really predict. There's no way you can predict different narratives and how high coins are going to go. You just kind of throw a random prediction out there. But you can see kind of the comps, the narratives. You've got Pepe, you've got Apu. There's many other different 4chan narratives when it comes to that. Looking at the coin right now, I do think it's around 1.4 million. Or is it one? Oh, it's around 1.3. So basically it's 1.3 million. You take a look at the max. Now they're not going to have the market cap, the full data on that. I have to look at Dex Screener for the full data on the market cap. But this high is around 27.5 million. Basically, it teleported from around 500K within the span of a month to 27 million. So that's a 54x right there. This coin has shown, even during 2023, during the heart of the bear market, the coin there is a narrative to be had. And then this other little run was during the AI run in about, what was that, March, April of 2024, where it ran to, I want to say maybe 10, 11 million. Right now it's at 1.2 million. So it's an attractive lower cap. It does have great tokenomics in terms of the amount of accounts that are blacklisted. A lot of the supply cannot be moved because there were a lot of snipers that got blacklisted. There was a certain amount of supply that was burnt. Obviously, it's a ridiculous total supply just because it's 4chan. That's, I think this coin can do very well. It's going to need, I mean, there's the 4chan narrative. People say, well, why would the coin do well? To me, it just feels like the coin should do well, although people do say that 4chan is kind of less popular nowadays in 2025. Next, we've got SPX 2.0. So this coin came out right near the same time when NASDAQ 420 came out. Current market cap is around 500K. All-time high is sitting at around $8 million. Prediction 200 million. Comparison baby Dogecoin. Yeah, so this is just basically some interesting lore involving SPX 6900 with the original creator getting pushed out of the project and then creating this 2.0. And you might be saying, well, what's the originality behind a 2.0? It's stupid. We've seen coins branch off like a based fart coin or a based Pepe or, baby Dogecoin, Doggelon Mars. These are coins that are just copycats of the original that go to hundreds of millions of dollars in terms of market cap. So when you look at the lore behind this coin, with the original dev getting kind of booted from the project and then creating this, we could understand this coin doing very, very well eventually. And, if you're someone maybe you missed out on SPX, the original one, you can see there's 3 different ones here. This one's sitting at around 482K. Since coming onto CoinGecko, it's down 88%. Recently, it did have a run up, and then unfortunately it lost. Yeah, it had a run up to around 1.5 million, I want to say. So it did do a legitimate like 7x from 180K to 1.5 million, which is a very, very sizable gain. And now it's kind of hovering around 500K. At least it has been for the past week. I just think this coin, to me, SPX is just too big for this coin not to do well, especially considering it's only 500K. Like, if SPX 6900 goes to 50 billion, this coin, there has to be a ripple effect. This coin's got to go to at least 50 million. This coin goes to 50 million, that's 100x from here. That's 50 million. We know based fart coins all-time high is like 75 million. That's a branch off of fart coin. A lot of people think SPX is going to do better than fart coin in terms of market cap, in terms of how popular it is. The based variant does. I mean, think about 2021, Doggelon Mars, branch off of Doge. Now, sure, Doge definitely went to a crazy high market cap, but Doggelon Mars went to 1.1 billion. So these coins, to where you say they copy them, this technically actually has lore behind it to where it's the original dev, or at least one of the original devs. There's other variants within narratives that just copy the original one and they go to hundreds of millions. And now there's even more money in the market. And so the 2.0, it just makes sense to me that the coin based on, and people say, well, you're coping because you missed the original one. Well, I invested into the original one, and yes, I sold a bit too early, but this is just, I'm not going to invest into the original SPX. It's at 1.1 billion. So what do I want? A 50x? It's got to go to 50 billion. Do we really think that's realistic? I hope it does. Because if it goes to 50 billion, this coin, I think, is going to do a higher X than a 50x if SPX actually goes to 50 billion. Because think of the money flow into this coin. Again, 100 billion is a 200x from here. And then you talk about maybe it goes even higher. I mean, who knows? Now, yes, it is very risky because it's not known and the known commodity we know is probably going to do well in SPX. This 2.0, it's a lot lower in market cap. It's a lot more risky. I'm not saying it's not. Next, we've got Kekistan with the ticker Kek. So this is also on Ethereum. It's about 12 months old. Current market cap's around 3 million. Its all-time high was around 15 million. My prediction on it was around 500 million, part of the Pepe ecosystem. And then you've got the Kek lingo. Now, this was a coin I was going to buy. I never ended up pulling the trigger when it was down around 500K. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be buying this coin. I think it's going to do very well, though. It has a very good ticker. It's on Ethereum. It's part of the 4chan, sphere of influence, if you will. And this is a coin I was going to pull the trigger and buy like 1% of the supply when it was around 500K, and I just didn't do it. And then it immediately went on a run to around 5 million. I mean, so this coin did do, you're going from around, we'll say around 600K to almost about 5 million. The coin did like an 8 or a 9x in May. And so it's gone back down a little bit. Now it's sitting around 2.9 million, but it has the ticker Kek, which is basically the 4chan lingo for LOL. I think the coin's going to do very well. This is a similar market cap to NASDAQ 420. There's a little bit of a bigger infrastructure build up with coins like this. And it was able to retain a pretty solid market cap of above 5 million for seemingly 3 or 4 months. So this is a coin. It wouldn't shock me if it was like you look at something like a poo, right? You're talking about 200 or 300 million. It wouldn't surprise me at all. And then you're talking about 100x there in terms of that. And then the final one is USD Degen Index. This is also a stock to meme narrative. It's about 9 months old. Current market cap's around 500 million, a little bit more, all-time high. Very similar specs to SPX 2.0, all-time high 8.2 million. Yeah, flip the dollar. The reasoning, clear objective, prediction 1 billion. That would flip the dollar. Stock to meme, and then you've got the TradeFi culture. And so you take a look at the USD Degen Index, which is the same ticker as the US dollar. It is down around 12% today, sitting at around 500 million. And so this one, to me, very, very risky for sure. It has a community that's small. They're growing. We'll see. But this is a coin to where if the TradeFi, stock to meme narrative takes off, there is an objective here. And we know with all these coins, they all have a total supply of 1 billion, meaning if it goes to $1, that's 1 billion market cap. They want to flip the dollar. They want to get above $1. This is a narrative play. It has to take off. It has to be trendy for this to work, obviously. But it is good to have a clear objective. It is good to make the objective something to where if it hits that, that's a huge X in terms of gains. Even if it just goes to 100 million, that's a 200x there. So they want to go to 1 billion. Now, whether or not they'll be able to do that, the coin needs more buildup. It needs infrastructure. They need more shillers. But you can understand this is a ripple effect. It's a trickle down. It goes from SPX 6900 to NASDAQ 420 to some of these other stock to meme coins like USD Degen Index and others. Whether or not this stock to meme narrative will have the popularity to support this type of stuff, we understand why this would do very well. Because the stock market and crypto, they kind of go hand in hand. Crypto is basically a stock market for Gen Z, for younger people. There's a lot more volatility to it. Yes, these meme coins are based on basically nothing outside of community. We've been told that 1,000 times, but then we also see these coins like SPX. I watched SPX myself do a 300x before my very eyes. So the idea that we can't make money and become rich doing this, come on. Right, like we've seen this. I've seen Mog do crazy things, right? We just saw Aura do basically 100x in a single day. These coins go crazy, and this is before we even get the influx of money. The alt dominance is still ridiculously low. So USD Degen Index, definitely one of the more risky plays, but that's another coin that I do like. But taking a look at this overall, NASDAQ 420, almost around 4 million market cap. 4chan, a little bit older, a little bit more quiet right now at around 1.2, 1.3 million. SPX 2.0 sitting at around 500 million, similar to USD Degen Index. And then you have Kekistan, kind of similar to NASDAQ 420 in terms of specs of the coin, sitting at around 3 million in terms of market cap. 2 of these are 4chan themed. The other 3 are stock to meme themed. But those would just be 5 of my favorite altcoins for this 2025 cycle. Hopefully the end of the year, hopefully within the next month, some of these coins take off, because you'd love to have some built-in X's before the actual last pump, rather than just have, you know, a pump for some of these coins to like 30 million and then they drop again. That's what we want. We don't want that, man. We want, like, you know, we want an SPX type pump to where it goes to like 100 million and then it goes, and then it was able to maintain that market cap, and then it goes higher. Well, you know, so I would love to see one of these coins really, really pump. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video.